Sports Nightly. Now it is time to kick off our Sidekick segment presented by Pacesetter Soccer Club. I'm now joined by Chris Black, Danny Fisher, the soccer gurus in the area. And there were a couple of big games this past week. St. John's was a part of both of them. And Thursday night, they handed Ottawa Hills their second loss of the season. Was that surprising to anyone, the outcome of that game?
I don't think so, no. I think it was a game which could go either way. But both teams are doing very well, but both teams have got quality players on the field, and you know, St. John's are very senior orientated, especially at the back, with the likes of Dane Coleman and Justin Backdorf as well. So no surprise there. It was a good game, three very good goals and two very good teams. So either team had won that, it wouldn't have been a surprise to myself.
Ottawa Hills now has two losses, one to Northview, now one to St. John's. Does this affect their playoff run at all, considering those are Division I schools?
No, I think at the end of the day, they're going to be able to separate what is a Division III foe to a Division I foe, and I think it helps them. They have a week to get over that mentally. They get that confidence back, they have that swagger, and I think that's important. I think they'll get that loss, remind themselves, we hate this feeling, let's push through the playoffs. So I don't think it'll affect them at all. Probably a little bit good for them, but they also, they've already got a couple of Division I knockouts. We'll throw that out there to a couple other teams that weren't quite as lucky that the fight Ottawa Hills back. So credit to them, they're fine, and also congratulations to Kalman, committed to the U.S. Naval Academy this week, which is pretty cool. We don't get a lot of those in soccer, so that's awesome.
Amazing. And now St. John's 2 days later would play in that rescheduled game against Northview. It's been highly anticipated.
Yep.
The outcome came to a draw. Danny, you were there for about 10 minutes. You said, what caught your eye from that game?
It was just such a good game. I mean, two very good teams who are probably going to meet at some point in the districts, I would have thought. So excellent game, a well-fought game, and two teams to be very successful, you've got to have a good spine in your team. And you look at Northview with Buells in goal, you've got Spencer March, you've got West, you've got Masters, all those, just to name a couple, 3 or 4 in there. And then you look at St. John's with a senior back four of Coleman, Justin Backdorf. You've got Joey Akapanua there, and you've got Danny Salim now, who's coming in and scoring goals for them as well. So two excellent teams, and probably a fair result in the end.
Northview, how does this affect them and their playoff chances? Because they've been ranked high for so long. How does this affect them?
Well, looking into the bracket side, which just we're set today, we won't jump too far into it because we'll be talking about that later in the week, we'll say, maybe next week. But really, it's at this point, it's Northview and it's St. John's meeting in the regional semifinals. That's what everyone's looking at, of course. Some people have some ideas to get there. Won't go too far into it now, but got a couple, maybe some sneak upsets we're thinking about already. But those are the two favorites to get through, and now it's a week for everyone to kind of recoup, get themselves together. A couple leagues got to find their champions this league week as well.
All right, let's jump to girls soccer. Big matchup between Anthony Wayne and Notre Dame. Another highly anticipated game comes out to a draw.
I wasn't able to make it to the game, but a 2-2 tie. Basically, Notre Dame has now tied everyone in Northwest Ohio, and quite possibly they're going to tie Danny and me when we play them tomorrow. But the good news is they haven't conceded losses in those situations. They've played with everybody, it seems like. So on the Anthony Wayne side, I'm sure the coaching staff over there, Chip Smith, is probably thinking his staff, okay, we got to get over that hump. How do we get some more goals? Obviously, 2 tonight yesterday, was great, but they obviously needed one more in that situation. Where on the Anthony Wayne side, they've had a tie early in the year against St. Ursula. They tied Notre Dame now late in the season, but they are still, their record is the class of the group. But a lot of games left to play this week, but seeding set, bracket set, just some leagues to play for. NLL, congrats in addition to Lori Williams and Anthony Wayne, NLL champions. I was looking at the tweet. I saw the picture, so congrats to them. But still this week, the track is up for grabs. Big games between Clay, Notre Dame, and St. Ursula coming up this week.
Wow, now jumping a little bit to women's college soccer. Chris, you were at UT Women's today, and they faced Central Michigan.
Yeah.
What was the outcome of that game?
That was a very fun game, if you didn't get a chance to see it yet. But it was a lot of fun because it was fast-paced. Toledo took it to them right away. Toledo scored 4 goals against Eastern Michigan last week. Earlier this week, the bad news was they gave up 3 goals. They still got the win, though, so we thought some goals were coming. They put the pressure on Central Michigan immediately, and that was very important because last year, Palafis from Central Michigan in her junior year scored a hat trick against Toledo, and she was completely on fire. They held her, limited her touches just like the game plan was. They did a really nice job. She never got going, so Toledo put the pressure on early, never really took off the gas, and then they got the last goal with about 6 seconds left, so Hannah Scafario could stay on pace. She only scores a goal a game. That's all she does.
She's
just
now-
scores a goal a game.
I think that's her average now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is actually her average.
Yes.
So, but Toledo, second in the MAC in scoring, 2.2 goals a game prior to this game. So that hurt their average.
Yeah. Well-
TJ Bucos, he wasn't really that upset about that.
No, but Hannah Scafaria, she's
Yes.
now 2 goals away
Unbelievable.
from season all-time leading score.
Yeah, and
She just has to get 15 to
Yep.
tie it.
And kids, she works hard. Her motor's always running. That's the difference maker.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a back earlier in her career. So when that coach puts you out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
say, sure, I'll try it. You never know. Could be Hannah Scafaria.
She's had 4 surgeries and come
Yep.
back from all of them.
Fought back. Great attitude. by that kid.
Amazing. All right, Danny, anything going on at Pacesetter that the world should be aware of?
We've got the last few weeks of the season now coming up with all our winter camps. We've got a couple of guest coaches coming in for winter camps, a couple of college coaches. We've actually got a couple of professional players from the women's game coming in as well to coach the camps who are currently playing abroad. So we're really excited about that this year. And our junior academy and academy as well is still going on. So pacesettersoccer.net, more than welcome to sign up.
All right, that's all from here for our Sidekick segment.